Hi, this is Gayle with BERNINA of NAperville, and welcome to our August installment of our Kimberbell Mistletoe Mystery. For some of you, that might mean the Kimberbell Digital Dealer exclusives, and also for us, in the early days, we called it Kimberbell Society. But no matter what you call it, you can call it cute. So, we're getting off easy this month because we only have one main block to create, and then we have three filler blocks. So let's go ahead and look at the presentation deck, and then we'll go over to the design table.
All right, so it's August already, kids, and this is our presentation deck that you're going to get, via email from me after the video premieres. And it has all of our video links thus far, plus, just like little reminders and links to like our instructions from Kimberbell for 2026 and things like that. So we do have extra kits still. So if you have been following along, but you just haven't quite yet decided to purchase, we still have kits so that you can make it. And the cool thing about this is you will be able to have instant gratification because you can make pretty much December through August straight away. All right. So don't forget to check out BERNINA of NAperville.com and search Mistletoe Mystery, and you will be able to purchase that kit. I've also tagged it in the description of the video, so you can get there as well. So let's go over to the design table, and I'm going to talk you through some of the fabrics and threads that we're going to be using this month. We have some filler blocks. They're going to be made out of the gray with a tiny white dot. There's two of those, and then there's one that's made out of this green with the candy cane. Our main block will be out of this tone on tone white that has like the snowflake pattern and some swirls. Additionally, we're going to back everything this month with fusible woven. All right. And then in addition to our standard isocord threads, and don't forget in our presentation deck that I give you, I highlight the ones that you need each month. In addition to this, we have a very important thread. Now, I keep it here in a plastic bag to keep it separate from the rest of them, but we are going to be using a bobbin of Rinse and Gone from Wonderfill. Now, this is white. It looks just like bobbin fill when it's on the bobbin, but it's actually water soluble. So this isn't a thread that's used for construction. It's used for basting typically, like if you do a lot of machine basting when you're doing machine quilting. However, in this case, there is a little bit of fringe when we're making the pine needle little design. So we're going to put wash away bobbin in there to get this fringe look. So that's what I'm going to focus on in today's stitch out. So let's go ahead and get our pieces cut and fused and over on the machine. Okay, so this month I decided to use a clamp hoop because I'm using my Bernina 990 and I just love these clamp hoops. They really hold the stabilizer nice and tight. And I'm using my little hoop scoop and clamp hoop remover here. We sell these at the store. I'll have them tagged in your presentation deck. But what is nice about these hoops is they hold just one layer of this light mesh stabilizer nicely so that, we get just really smooth blocks. Now, I'm gonna squeeze this stuff in the clamp, and I'm just gonna place it like this. And I'm just going to clamp these in. However, sometimes there might be a little bit of wrinkles. Don't worry about that. We're going to take it over to the iron and we're going to steam it. And that will pre-shrink our stabilizer so that when we press our blocks, to work with them and everything, we don't get a lot of wrinkles and puckering. So here's my prepped items, and now I'm ready to stitch. So this month's block is Meet Me Under the Mistletoe, and it does have this really cute little fringy stuff like this, and that is what we were using the water-soluble thread for. And then there are the filler blocks, and there's two long ones and a short one. And of course, there are embroidery designs that are necessary to make this. And I made a little video for you if you're confused about how to get your files, particularly for those of you that might be just purchasing a kit now. I also prepare files for you because what I'm doing is I'm taking the Kimberbell block by block quilting files and inserting them in the embroidery file with the proper order. And that's how I'm going to be stitching it out for you. And what we're looking at here are the files for a 5 series. Now, if you have a Bernina 7 through the 9 series, you can pretty much pick your favorite hoop to do these with, but we're a little bit space challenged on the 5 series. So let me tell you how those are going to work. You're going to need the medium magnetic hoop. These are readily available from us. I will have a link right here. You can click it and purchase it if you don't have one already. But the way this works is I have removed the yellow placement stitch for the fabric. It's really superfluous and it's what makes the block not fit in any hoops that are like 5 series can take. So I removed that. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to hoop the polymesh stabilizer in the medium magnet hoop, just like I've hooped the stabilizer in my medium clamp hoop. You're going to stitch the project batting placement line just like I'm doing on the 990. Then you're going to place the project batting in place. You're going to stitch the tack down line and trim the batting to the line. Then you're just going to go through colors number 1 through 10 for the Kimberbell instructions. And then once it's done, when you turn it over, you're going to find that inside line, that rectangular line that's really represented in this blue line here. You're going to measure a 1/4 inch away from that on every side and trim. Got it? And then you can also handle the filler blocks just the same way, except those do have the fabric placement line because they happen to fit. You can see it right there, that yellow line. Okay? All right. So now let's get to stitching out our design.
Now, with this step, if you are just doing the standard one for the 7 series and the 9 series, you have a fabric placement stitch, right? But if you're doing it for the 5 series, you're going to skip that step because it's not there because I removed it. And now we're just going to place our fabric down. Okay, so now we're going to go through 2 colors, a dark green and a light green, and then we have to change our bobbin. So let's just stitch those next 2 colors, and then I'm going to show you a little trick. Okay, so now that those 2 colors are complete, I'm going to remove my regular bobbin fill and replace it with my water-soluble thread. And now as we're stitching this one, we only are putting the water-soluble in this color. Okay, so that color's done and complete. So I'm going to take my water-soluble thread and put it back in the baggie and use my regular bobbin thread to complete the design. So I'll meet you back here when the design is complete.
Hey, isn't it cute? So before I take it out of the hoop, I just want to turn it over because I've got the most, tension on here. And I have like a little water pen that I'm going to try to use. I might need more liquid actually to dissolve this thread, but we're going to rub that on there. Yeah, this is not coming out fast enough, I don't think, but let's see. So we're going to just dissolve that bobbin thread, our water soluble bobbin thread that was under our pine needles here. Okay, and you can see it disappearing, right? If we compare it to this one. All right, now let's turn it over. And I'm using the pen if it works, right? Because I don't want to get my whole thing dirty, really. And so I'm just going to use this darning needle to just pull these guys. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. Oh my goodness. That came out great. So yeah, we'll just let that dry. So I'll do the other side. And now, there we go. You just want to do this gently. Don't tug too hard. And if it's not releasing, then you might need more water. But here we go. All right, so now to take this out, we're going to pop these clamps out of the hoop. Okay, and now to trim, we're going to turn this upside down and we're going to use our ruler and we're going to measure 1/4 of an inch from that rectangular stitched line. And it should measure 6.5 by 8.5. All right, and now I'm just going to make our filler blocks and we'll be done this month. Okay, well, here it is. Our filler blocks, I did them off camera. I figured you've seen me do these enough through the course of this year. So I'm just going to liberate them here by trimming right on that line, that outer line, right? This is the fabric tack down and placement line. And sometimes, a lot of you will ask, well, Gayle, why are you doing this in the hoop? Honestly, sometimes it holds it a little tighter for me. And I'm lazy. It's a fast way to get it out of the hoop. So there we go. There's one. There's another. And then we've got this little guy down here. We're done for now. So there's one more thing I want to talk to you about. So now get a good look at these, right? So these are our set for August of our filler blocks. So it might be time for you to start thinking about labeling them. All right. So this is August. This was January, these little 2.5-inch blocks here. This was February. March. April. Okay. May. There wasn't one in June, and then this was July. Perfect. Now, the only thing left, really, is to admire our work so far. So, this is what we made today. This is what we made in July. And then the rest of them are kind of out of order, so forgive me. Perfecto.
All right, what do you think? It's super cute, right? And doesn't it feel good knowing that we only have September, October, and November left until this cute quilt is ready in time for the holidays? I know I'm just about ready to finish this project. I can't wait to get my monthly files. So, if you want to have some instant gratification, hey, we still have kits. And you can just hop on over to BERNINA of NAperville.com and search Mistletoe Mystery, and there you will be able to click on that and purchase a kit. Now hurry, because there's only about 4 or 5 left, so you don't want to miss out on that, right? But in the meantime, please keep on stitching and enjoy this project. And if you want to see other tutorials and other stuff, don't forget to check out our Bernina of Naperville YouTube channel. It's easy. It's youtube.com/Bernina of Naperville, and there, please like, comment, and subscribe. Merry, Merry, until next month.